How's it, guys? Alright, it is currently 1 o'clock. Apologies that today hasn't got off to the exciting start that I promised yesterday, which is a lie because I didn't promise anything yesterday. Other than that, we were going to the Carrefour. Sav has been just doing some emails on her laptop. I have just been doing some emails on my laptop. The majority of my morning was actually spent chatting to Cam. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about Cam Doyle, the guy who is effectively taking over my role at Mr. Ben Brown's shop. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then don't worry about it. But for those that do know what I'm talking about, my whole YouTube journey thing sort of started with Ben, and because of Ben, because I was working for him for 2 and a bit years, mainly as the manager of his online store. But I stopped doing that in, I think, like February last year, but then still continued on just doing specific batches of things. But last year, after the last batch, that's when I kind of officially stopped. I mean, I'm still around to help, like there's no reason why I can't help, but in terms of an official title, I'm no longer like head of the shop head. So yeah, so I was just helping Cam deal with the kind of transition. Otherwise, some of the planning that Sav and I are doing in terms of emails, we are planning, what are we planning?
A road trip?
A road trip through which part of Europe?
Central and the side of Eastern Europe.
Central and the side of Eastern Europe. Exactly. We will reveal more details about that closer to the time. Obviously, one of the big pull factors for me to move to Paris with Sav, besides the many other pull factors, was that we would be closer to the rest of Europe and it would allow us to do things like this. So what we've got planned so far, I'm really liking the look of. Sav is quite the little research gnome. Is that that sounds affectionate, right? A research gnome. I've got her working at her desk over there. But yeah, I'll reveal more about that later. I'm gonna have a quick shower and then I will check you guys in just a second for you when I make some lunch, and then we're gonna go to Carrefour. For lunch today, we have some leftover chicken tetrazzini. I'm just using Sav's bowl. Ooh, pop that in the microwave. But if you guys don't know what the hell chicken tetrazzini is, I made it for dinner last night, obviously. That's how I've got it left over. If you go check yesterday's vlog, I pretty much explained how to make it, I think. I had planned to do a whole cooking video where I was like, hello, welcome to Slice of Matt and his cooking stuff as well. This is how you make chicken tetrazzini. But unfortunately, due to time constraints, I didn't manage to film the whole thing. So I am going to potentially film one in the future when I make it again, because it turned out real good. All right, finally off to the big Carrefour. Carrefour. I don't know how to pronounce it, man. I need to ask someone. Whenever we've come out of our flat, we've always gone right. This is the first time since I've been here that I'm going left. If you go left, you head towards the PSG stadium. So I should be going past that, or at least close enough to get a photo of it. For those that have asked in the comments if I'm ever planning on going to a PSG game, yes I am. I am really hoping to get some tickets to the Ligue 1 game between PSG and Strasbourg. Is that how you pronounce I don't know, Strasbourg, I don't know. But yeah, either way, I am going to try go to a PSG game. And on top of that, I also want to go to a Stade Français game. I mean, that is just ridiculous. The plots they're coming up with for action movies these days are getting out of hand. And here we have our first landmark with a quick Google. I believe this is Stade Jean Bouin. Yeah, I believe this is the Stade Français stadium, or this is where they play. And then here, just next to Stade Jean Bouin, we have the world's best 6-year-old birthday party with 2 massive jumping castles. I have no idea what this is. I think these are tennis courts though. Almost looks like a big larvae or something eating this little house. Can you see it? Alright, enough tourism. That's where we're heading. Carrefour. Et voila! Yes. A country where they're worried about you stealing their trolleys. So you have to put in a coin. Got my little shopping list here. On the list we've got beurre, butter, lait, milk, œufs, eggs, tea, beurrier, which is a butter dish, aiguiseur or couteau. This is a knife sharpener or a knife. Shampooing. I think you guys probably know what that one is. We got aspirateur du table, which if I were to translate it directly from English into French, I would probably go with busteur du dust. Basically it's a dust buster. And then we've got liquide vaisselle. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one, but that's washing up liquid. Knife options are always a tricky thing. It seems as if the only aiguiseur that they have is one of these, which is like the old school one, which I'll be honest, I am not 100% familiar with how to use. So I've just decided to pick up one of these because it's the cheapest knife on the rack, kind of, and it looks pretty cool too. So I'm taking a bet on that. If it fails, I might just have to come back and purchase an aiguiseur. Also, what is up with, we've got a TV advertising a product here, we've got a TV advertising product there, we've got a TV advertising product here. There was one there as well. It's just so noisy and overwhelming in here. France is so French. They literally have bags for baguettes. That's amazing. Alright, let's put this guy back and let's make some money. Where do I put it in? In there? Oh, watch this pop out into the grate. There we go. Boom. Free €2. Alright, I've made it home and we've got a bit of an emergency situation. So around the corner from... Oh shit, the SD card is in my computer. Just relax though. It's not too much of an emergency, but an opportunity has come up. There is a laundromat near our house. Unfortunately, there's a parking space in front of it. Come on, eject, you piece of... So as I was saying, there's a laundromat around the corner from our apartment. And I've been waiting to get a photo of it since I got here because it's got some really cool lights. So I'm gonna run downstairs. Sav was on her way to work and she was like, the laundromat doesn't have any cars parked in front of it, so come at me. I'm sure there are going to be plenty of other opportunities for me to shoot the same situation, but you never know, and these days, while the iron is hot, I like to strike. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I should have been quicker. This car right here literally just pulled up right in front. God damn it. So that's a bummer. For those of you that are wondering what my camera setup is, I'm thinking about maybe tomorrow doing a what's in my camera bag video because I haven't done one of those before, and tomorrow is a long day when Sav is going to be at work the whole day. Wednesdays are her long day. Is tomorrow Wednesday? Who knows? For dinner tonight we've got the very exciting oven baked fish and chips. I hope they are going to be done by the time Sav gets back. But we've also decided to do some sprouts with them. Brussels sprouts, the leftovers from the other day. Sprouts like this, very boring. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spice them up by take them out. I'm going to use the same little pot, ditch that water, and then I'm going to put in some of these lardons. I think it's the same word in English. It's basically pieces of bacon, just a little bit for each kind of sprout that's in there. Chuck them in the pan, get them hot, brown and crispy maybe. Once that's done, chuck in a little bit of butter, then chuck the sprouts back in the pan, stir it up, get some color on those as well, and we should be golden brown like our lardons and sprouts. There we go, our simplified backup meal. Fish with chips, Brussels avec le lardon. After last night's OVO Maltine, I decided that again tonight I would have one because I got some editing to do. What's on my screen? Nice screensaver. But I've got some editing to do and this is gonna just, you know, warm my belly. While I was waiting for the kettle to boil, I started reading the back of this Ovomaltine container, and initially I only read this one and I was like, what the hell, it's Dutch. But then I saw the French up there. But seeing as you guys have all been so complimentary about my French accent, I'm gonna show you guys some of my Dutch accent. Now keep in mind that this will have completely different pronunciation to Afrikaans, which is the accent that I know, but I'm gonna give it a go anyway. Okay, in Afrikaans I would say this as: geniet van die unieke mengeling van gestermout en sjokolade. Eendagliks bron van plesier. Te consumeren met watmelk. But in my Dutch accent, I would probably go for: geniet van die unieke mengeling van gestermout en sjokolade. Eendagliks bron van plesier. Te consumeren met watmelk. My Dutchies out there, how did I do? I hope I didn't offend anyone. But the general trend that we find in South Africa, if we try and do a Dutch accent, we just kind of throw like a onto the Afrikaans accent. My Afrikaans accent is quite kak, as they say, but if you guys aren't familiar with the proper Afrikaans accent, I'll insert a little clip of my friend speaking Afrikaans here. Neil, can you please explain what we're doing here?
Ons gaan 'n spanfoto hier neem. Hier's 'n bankie. Die vertels bo. Die top 5 spelers sit voor.
Hierso?
Die ander 6 staan agter. En ons gaan 'n foto neem.